Hey everyone, welcome back. Our next guest is a visual artist from the Bronx who's known for exploring themes of identity and challenging notions of the status quo. Her work has been featured and exhibited at Fordham University, Taller Boricua Gallery, even College Art Gallery, and now the Longwood Art Gallery for an exhibition called Lucky to Be Here. Joining us to tell us more about her artwork, please welcome Lizzy Alejandro. Hi Lizzy, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. And I'm going to say, lucky for us that you're still here, right? No, but that's a very interesting title for an exhibition because it is something for us to all take into consideration, considering we just survived the pandemic.
Yes, absolutely.
And so, which brings me to, in your particular artwork, I did mention that you explore identity, but you also work with exploring sexuality and gender, and the work that is currently on display has, it kind of like bears your soul. There's your body is part of this, and from what I'm observing in just viewing it right now, it's almost as if though you've compartmentalized your body into sections. So let's just talk about this creation and how it was, I guess, therapeutic for you throughout the pandemic, because it looks like it was created throughout the pandemic.
It was. So, roots, I'm just trying to think of so basically, as I've gotten older, right, like in my late 20s, I would say, that's when the idea for this kind of came about, because this came through really uncomfortable situations in my family, like, holidays and get-togethers. As you get older, it's like, well, when are you having children? Like that question would come about quite frequently. So it went from el novio season to like, when are you having the baby season?
Right.
And
and for those who don't speak Spanish, el novio season means the boyfriend season.
So now it's like, and the babies. And, part of the large reason why I don't want to have children is due to mental illness. Like it runs very high in my family. I grew up with a mentally ill sibling. And so that very much affected my decision to not have children. And last June, right, for my mom's birthday, there was a situation that occurred, in the house with my brother there. And, I was triggered. So then that's when the idea for this to start Roots came about. I didn't know how that was going to look in the beginning. I really had no clue, but I just felt like I needed to do something in response to it. Like I had the urge to heal, because even though I had moved out years ago from that environment, my trauma still manifested in other areas in my life. And I wanted to heal. And I think in order to heal, you need to confront where you're hurting. So, I was hurting, and I feel like it was just very therapeutic for me to kind of go through family photographs and documents and rip things and put them together. And, it got spiritual for me. There were times where I was just talking to my ancestors and, asking for guidance. And this is how it came to be.
Yeah, no, you can see it. You can see it in the work. You can see it in the work. I know this is one image that kind of looks maybe a little inspired by Mona Lisa. I mean, it's your rendition of whatever it is that you were going through. Some of it does read as if though you were kind of grappling with some mental wellness awareness, we're going to call it, and it's beautiful, it's lovely, and it's so truthful and very authentic. I'm very curious about the one of your back and the I don't know, it does look like a root. It does kind of loan itself to being a branch. I don't know if it's connected to earth, and then there's these areas in which they look different colors, probably representing areas of your body that may have been hurting and or ailments. I know this is all my interpretation, but I just feel like your work, it speaks volumes about like where we have just been in the past year, even though it's your personal experience.
Well, so I'm using myself as a vessel, essentially. So the whole idea is we carry this weight, we carry this pain, and it's passed from generation to generation. So the title roots, right? So roots in botany is the anchorage of the plant or the tree, and it absorbs water and materials. So I wanted to use that to kind of play on that we're rooted, right? We're family, we're bounded by this, and this pain, this unresolved pain is being passed. And it's through 4 generations. It's my own, my mom, my grandmom, and my great grandmother. She's in there. So, I'm the vessel in which I carry that pain, that it's not mine, but I'm clearly being affected by it. And I wanted to use, the roots, the rips and tears as a metaphor for that pain. And the images on my back, that's photo transfers of, photos of my mom, my grandmom, old family photos. I didn't want to use the originals, of course.
Right.
Copies, and I, transfer them directly onto the photo. So again, it's that idea of me carrying this weight on my back.
So I understand that this exhibition is being done virtually. Are these images digitized, or are they physical images that can be on physical display?
There are physical images that can be in display, obviously because with COVID and all that, it is online only. But no, I physically have these images. That's 3 images out of 7. So I just finished the series actually of last week, I want to say.
So how many in the entire series?
So there are 7, and the way I wanted to present it, it just came to me. So I just want to say, like, coming from a photography background, like I'm, studio photography, everything's very controlled. I control my light, my composition, everything. So this series was the complete opposite. I had to relinquish control, and I wanted to be as intuitive. Again, like I would pray, light a candle, let my ancestors guide me. Like I really didn't want to plan for it. I wanted it to be genuine and raw, and I just wanted it to be true to how I feel and what I've gone through. So
it shows in your work, yeah, it does. You can tell that there's a sense of surrender that was put into this work.
I had to relinquish control, and I didn't expect it to be a installation. That's what it turned out to be. I don't have the shots now, unfortunately, but I just got them done. So it's pretty much what I call the don't touch wall. Like everybody's family has that. There's this wall of pictures you're not allowed to touch, or it's a little section in the house.
Right.
So it's displayed as photos on the wall with like a little table, and with what I call the Dios bendiga plate. Like every Latin family has that from what I've seen, like Dios bendiga esta casa. So it's like I took it from my mom's house. So it's like there with the little doily, and it's presented as an installation. I think for me, it works best that way.
It's lovely. I love it. And I hope you guys take interest in what we've been discussing, because again, we're talking about generational traditions as well, not solely the trauma, the traditions being brought into this particular era. And I want to thank you for sharing it with our viewers. Once again, Lizzy Alejandro, and you guys, lucky to be here. Virtual online exhibition at the Longwood Art Gallery will be available for viewing until August 18th. And for more on Lizzy Alejandro's artwork, you can visit LizzyAlejandro.com. All right, don't go anywhere. Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup is coming up next.